Have you ever eaten a meal that wasn't oatmeal? I'm sorry to hear that. You probably didn't realize oatmeal was the only meal that you need. I eat one meal a day and it's always oats. I want to explain why oats are the ultimate food for your face and inside the body. He's in the ocean. He's in the ocean. So you've probably heard that oats are amazing for your skin. There's lots of like beauty products using oatmeal, but it's all chemicals and like cooked oats. You're dumb. So now that I'm eating oats for my meal, I was thinking, why not put this on my face as well? So I started researching all the benefits of oats. Shocking benefits. So this is 440 grams of Steelcut oats raw that I soaked overnight and longer. Yeah, about 18 hours or something. So I'm gonna drain this now into a bowl. There's a strainer down here with a bowl underneath it. Pro tip, anyone? All right, that filled up fast and furious on that one. So now you have a bowl of raw oat milk full of anti-nutrients. Don't drink it. But you put that on your face and hair because there's so many nutrients in there. Carbs, proteins, fats, vitamin E, tiny amounts. I read some articles like good source of vitamin E. It's like, no. There's like 11% of your daily requirement in this giant meal of just oats. You're lying to yourself. But there's all these like antioxidants, polyphenols, frickin', I made notes. I knew I wouldn't remember any of that. Flavonoids, saponins, just like anti-inflammatory stuff that soothes the face. And I just was thinking like, why wouldn't it also do that inside your body as you eat it? Soothing your colon, beautifying it. It's like a facelift for your ass. Sign me up. Usually you blend the oats. Like you just take this, blend it, mix water into it, and then put that on your face. But like, why bother? You're gonna eat that. This I used to throw away. Why bother? That's going on my face and hair later on. So I'll save that for later. Usually people use oatmeal for like itchiness, eczema, all that stuff. And my scalp gets itchy sometimes. So why wouldn't it soothe your entire head? So my meal right now, we've seen that part. That's ready to eat pretty much. These are 2 cups of organic blueberries that were frozen. Now this is a new addition. This is my brain just going, imagine if I did this to my oatmeal. Listen to this one. So this is licorice tea. We know licorice tea is amazing for the estrogen compounds in it. It just helps your digestion so much, and I think it's an adaptogen, helps your adrenal glands. It's like one of the best herbs ever, and it tastes sweet. So usually I add this to my smoothies, even putting this powder that was in there in the smoothie, but I'm not gonna do that today. We're just making the tea, but I have all these powders that I usually add to my smoothie. I'm gonna try mixing it into the tea to make a sauce. Are you even, it writes itself. The only debate is, was that too much water? It looks like it was. Definitely looks like it was, but we'll see what happens because there's going to be flax seeds in here. So this is a scoop of creatine. Boom, dissolve, my friend. Scoop of Sun Warrior protein. I took a month off of this and I've added it back just to finish off this thing. I'm a stickler for finishing food that I bought. I was like, come on, I don't want to waste money. And so far I seem to be digesting it just fine. So we're experimenting with that again. Not that I need it, I'm stronger without it. And here we have 1 teaspoon of gelatinized maca. Gelatinized means it's not raw, but it digests way better than if it was raw. So stop being a raw food Nazi and get the gelatinized. I always add flax seeds to my smoothies, but when I eat oatmeal, I was like, well, I'm not gonna add whole flax seeds. So I decided to blend one of these entire bags in a vacuum blender, of course. So now we're doing powdered flax powder. That's how you say that. That goes right in there. Now what I'm hoping is that this all creates a thick sauce. It's looking very watery. Oh, many mistakes have been made. Hopefully those flax seeds start gelling this thing up, because this is a nightmare on paper. I wasn't sure how much water to add. I was like, is that too much? It's going to be... God, I had a smoothie in mind for some reason when I added this much water. I was like, yeah, I usually add 3/4. I'm not making a smoothie, you moron. Oh, God, that's a lot of water. That's a lot of wasted. This is going to be a soup. Little chunks of flax lumps all over in there. All right, whatever. Don't... Oh, God, close that up. It's oxidizing immediately. Back in the freezer you go. Before I do that, genius idea just kicked in. Add another tablespoon, and this will be thicker, but then you might have too much fat and create a hormone by mistake. I don't want that to happen. Would not want testosterone right now, so... All right, now that's gonna thicken right up. That's like a sauce, gourmet sauce here. It just looks like lumpy insects, but it'll be good. So now you're just adding your oats to your berries. You could dehydrate this to warm it up. I was doing that at some point, but it's not necessary, and it's really not that warm unless you do it like all day, so kind of a wasted step. As long as you thawed these berries for enough time. You don't want them like ice cold. So like I did this when I woke up at 9 a.m.-ish. Now it's almost 2 p.m. So like you need plenty of time. If not, then this goes in the dehydrator an hour or two ago. But this alone, fantastic. Oh, the goji berries. That would have soaked up some of this liquid. Let's load them up there. What? Oh yeah, I should have done that a long time ago. Oh, that's gonna take forever. A couple weeks ago, I was making videos just so sad with my meals. Like they were not good. Doing buckwheat smoothies without any fruit. It was just the berries and they weren't sweet. It was like, wow, this sucks. I've added raw honey to the meals now and could not be happier. So like this is what I'm doing every other day. I eat a meal like this. Tiny amount of raw honey. It was a giant heaping tablespoon. I've used like 7 spoons here. I'm that guy. I don't want to reuse the same spoon. Well, it's good to know that I need less water. It's a little soupy, but some of this oatmeal might suck up the water. So we're just kind of... I know I'm not good at this. I should not have a recipe channel, but I do. And you're watching it. So now we have... It's interesting. It's soaking it. It's soaking it up. It's not as bad. It looked bad in the bowl, but now you have to admit that's a nice, just soft, creamy texture. That's good times over there. Look at that meal. You get to eat that as your one meal, and it's healing you, anti-inflammatory, lowers cholesterol, Mr. Carnivore. Oh, that doesn't matter at all. Fiber causes AIDS. You know nothing of our world, but that's fine. You'll get there eventually. Okay, let's taste this thing. That's bound to be good for you. That is so ridiculously good. The only thing I would change is a bit less liquid, obviously, and do that earlier so the goji berries soak it up and they're not hard and chewy. Eventually that all softens, it plumps up. Fantastic healing meal, and I will now put that on my head, and this is what that looks like for some reason. So I'll just rub that in my face and my hair, and I will leave it on probably, I don't know, half hour or so, and then I'll wash it off and do my regular skincare, just soap, Egyptian magic, little vitamin C before the Egyptian magic. And so that's it. Oatmeal is the best food ever. If you're eating one meal a day, this is the meal. You're done. Gives you all the carbs and the proteins and the fats. There's some fats in there, you saw them. Part of me wishes I did empty that tea bag in, but I did not. It is wood after all, so maybe relax on that wood sandwich, but that is the meal, and that is how you heal your face.com. Thanks for the thumb up, by the way. Yeah, you misclicked. That's a thumbs down, and it's okay. I know the real reason you're doing it. You also make oatmeal, but to it you add rhinoceros horn extract. Totally not vegan at all. You're an unethical hobo bitch, and you belong in the sewer where you'll collect rats, some as pets, but then you'll have to kill some as food because you have no morals. That's fine, I'm not judging you. So you eat rat meat and you have rats as pets, and it's like, oh, yeah, I do have to kill them. You kill your pet, you're weird. I'll leave. Eat that. That's not crazy, you're crazy. Subscribe for more. I'm saying it.